Breaking news. Breaking news. This Jeep, if you don't plug back the bumper, if you don't plug it back in, the vehicle does not start. Perfect. Thank you, Jeep. You guys got to check out my goodie bag. I got some things over the weekend. That's for another video. That's also for another video. I bet you know what this is, but that's also for another video. What we got is a scan tool from TOPDON. And this scan tool is for all you old school guys, because I know a lot of people don't like just touch screens. That's the reason why maybe you haven't upgraded to something newer. I'm not gonna say what this actually looks like, but it looks like one of the good old school ones. Difference is, this one comes with a lifetime software updates for free. It comes with it. Like, you don't need to buy a subscription, you don't need to pay for anything else. You just buy this, and then, well, you gotta charge it somewhere. Right here, connected to Wi-Fi, set up an account, and you don't need to keep buying updates for this. And you can do many different features. I'm gonna tag them on the screen right here. Alright, let's get to testing it. It's also hardwired, so you don't need to worry about Bluetooth and charging the dongle and whatever. So this is pretty straightforward too. Alright, let's test this car. Let's see what's wrong with it. Just a heads up, the headlight is unplugged and some other components, but let's see what it tells us. Alright, pretty easy. Now let's just look at some of the features that you can actually do. Alright, so we can go to maintenance, and yes, you can use the buttons here, so you don't want to touch the screen if your hands are too dirty, whatever, because I know a lot of people don't like touch screens when it comes to scan tools. And these are all the modules you can control with this. You can test all of these components here. Now let's just go do a diagnostic right here. Let's go back. OBDII, no, let's do a full diagnostic. Pretty easy. Simple. I should VIN number, auto VIN. Alright, and press confirm. Auto scan. Let's do a full scan on this thing. You can scroll all the way down, then you get to the buttons in the bottom, but you can always just auto scan. Alright, so these are all the scans. Let's see. Alright, we're done. So we got a few codes here. We got like 5, 3, and yeah, that's 5. You can get the report. You have the report. You can add in some of the information like license plate, name, whatever. You can do all of that stuff, and then you can confirm. And now you can actually email it if you want to send the customer the email, you know, telling them, hey, these were the issues before I started working on your car, and now you can actually start doing like you can see, you can do all this information, your repair shop, your telephone, your address. You can do all of this stuff right from this little tablet that is very compact and heavy duty. Let me just show you how deep in is the charging port. That's how far it is. It's about an inch away from the cover, so you know this case is really strong and it's gonna keep it protected. So yeah, it got some grips here. Pretty good, honestly. Here, I can't really delete these codes because this car is in our repair facility. I can't just delete the codes. We have to report them. I know they're reported. We cannot delete any of the codes until everything is put back on the vehicle. I know there's an airbag code because I unplugged some sensors, so I can't really delete any of these sensors, any of these codes right here. But you can always, right there, clear codes, clear DTSs. So there you go. I'm gonna tag it right here if you're interested in a scan tool that is not gonna break the bank. This is usually $200. Now they have a sale. I think it's around $150, $160. So honestly, this thing right here, I'll give it 9 out of 10. And when I got ready to move that vehicle, I started seeing problems. Hear this out. Okay, so here's the situation. This vehicle that I'm working on, I took the headlight off, the front bumper off, the fender, doesn't matter. the mirror and the handle, and now it's not working because it's saying that fuel cut off or something. So if you look there, just wait a second, press OK for setup. If you look there, it will show that there's no fuel. And here, cycle through the codes. Vehicle stability control, auto light, turn signal. Oh, there we go, service, fuel cut off. So I'm still back to using this right here, trying to figure out what's the problem. I know I'm not supposed to delete these, but the vehicle is not starting, so I think I gotta do this. Because I know these newer cars, everything is tied into everything else. So maybe because I took the mirror off, that helps with the blind spot. I really don't know. I don't know why it would say fuel cut off unless there's no fuel. Now this says there is no fuel right there. There is no fuel here, and there's a fuel gauge light right there. Maybe it's out of fuel and it started to. There we go. Nothing got deleted. They're all still on here, which is stupid. But let's see, occupant resistance. I don't know what this is. Electronic shifter. Read. I lost communication with PCM. Maybe it's the big harness on the front bumper. That's the big harness for that bumper right there. It actually turned out that that was the actual issue, along with other things. I think some communication to the PCM runs through the front bumper. Some might run through the headlight and the blind spots and blah blah blah. It's a pain in the ass. Yeah, I had to plug in everything. I actually had everything plugged in to start it. The handle, the mirror, the headlight, and the bumper. And now it actually started. So that's very good for service, you know. And apparently we're gonna have to plug everything in every time we need to move it, because I tore it down, so supplements is up. Gotta wait for an approval because it's progressive, obviously. And now we have to, I guess, plug everything back in whenever we need to move it. Okay, so there's another issue when you unplug those back up, like the bumper, the headlight, and the mirror. When you unplug them, now nothing works. None of the switches work. Okay, the screen is not working, and it is probably in something called a limp mode, and it's saying that there is no gas, but I don't know if there's any gas or not. This is very irritating. Hey, Jeep techs, what do you guys do when this happens? I want to know.